Welcome to Central Happenings Network. I'm your host, Bellagio Sampler, and welcome to the morning show. There is some incredible things happening. We can't start any show out without saying how incredible the happenings are. Get into the bunker. We're going to open up the window right away. We have some big news we are going to cover. In this incredible James Bond-esque scenario, even normies are saying how they feel like they're living in a James Bond movie. Pretty amazing. This whistleblower is alleging that a big political figure died early this morning, last night. He works in the intel agencies behind the scenes. A key figure died earlier today, but the news will not break it till tomorrow. Keep your eyes peeled on TV. Hint, he's a big man. That's all I can say. First and foremost, let's get into the fact of how many non-4chan users, how many shills, how many out-of-touch people are using the boards under various flags. All they see is big man. They don't understand memes, mamatria, and they think it's Governor Chris Christie. Very, very incredible that they would think this. We're gonna get some comfy music on real quick. Hold on. We're putting some Morrowind music on. Find it. So the memes of a big guy, that is automatically from the movie Batman, Dark Knight, I think. Or one of the Batman movies with Christian Bale. A big man is somebody that works for the CIA. So very interesting that the shills have no concept. Jerry Nadler? He's big. He's big. I have no idea what I'm talking about, but they said big man. But now an anon comes through and says big equals CIA. It's a 4chan meme for anything big. I'm guessing one of the directors. And this anon is guessing Gina Haspel, perhaps. Probably the best guess in the whole thread. Definitely a major CIA asset is going to be announced dead in the next 24 hours. Will they say it's from COVID? I'm not sure. I don't know. Or is it going to be from faction warfare? You guys tell me what you think. I think that we can believe these kind of blows. Let's continue. So keep an eye out for a big announcement. Internet backdoor question mark, MK Ultra vids question mark. Get in here. Whoa, what the heck? Google this number. That's weird. Now check these threads. Let's dig. We'll go back there in a minute. Nothing is beyond our reach is written over this thread. Videos were posted of random, so we covered this a while back. Hunter Biden was a big fan of these channels. A lot of politicians are linked to these YouTube channels. And it's weird channels with random noise sounds, very eerie, like backwards audio. Anons are reporting literally getting violently sick or disturbed after watching. One video had coded messages that was deciphered. Long string returns a bunch of results. .govpages.edu, financial companies, full financial lists, bunch of very weird stuff when people Google this number. And deeper down in the thread, it shows where this leads. People are finding some big information. Why the numbers? Because we know from various documentaries that Memory Hold has made and other YouTubers and other information, that the elite talks in codes. They leave messages for people on various public websites to be deciphered and decoded. Pretty interesting and wacky stuff. But the Anons using weaponized autism are going down rabbit holes that you cannot imagine. This Anon says, this is going to blow your mind, okay? Bros, I don't know how else to share this, so let me explain. I used the magic schizo numbers and found this. It contains the logs of Neil Gorsuch's emails in the years 2005 and 2006, including the sender, receiver, time sent, subject, and doc ID. Not the content, sadly, but the subjects for the conversations are very interesting. Many of the names are high-ranking Justice Department and other government officials, and a lot of names are redacted. Use Control F and type Castle Rock, and you'll find the conversation from August 11th, 2005, with the subject Castle Rock followed by an abbreviation STMT for statement, question mark? Castle Rock statement from back then. He's showing you what he discovered. Gorsuch nominated to Associate Justice of Supreme Court by President Trump in 2017. Elwood nominated by General Counsel of CIA by President Trump of 2017. Henke currently serves as Legislative Director for Roy Blunt, Republican Senator from Missouri. Roy voted to acquit Trump in 2020 impeachment trial over the Ukraine scandal. What does this mean, bros? You all know the Castle Rock from the Q plan image that everyone's seeing. It will happen near the end of the process. It's one of the final steps and happenings. I looked up Castle Rock 2005. There's a court case from that year, but it was decided 2 months prior. Not to mention the case itself started in 1999. Why would they be emailing about this long after it's decided? Why would Trump happen to install 2 of the people from the email? And finally, what the heck is Castle Rock? So a lot of this information that the average person would summarize as Q information, it could be breadcrumbs and trickle down information passed out to the people for stuff like this, for research purposes, for digging in rabbit holes. Wes Vendetta is over on D Live. He changed his name. I see you. I'm reading some of the comments on across the different platforms. AZYY keeps saying to buy crypto. You can't buy crypto if you have no money to buy crypto. So I rely on you, the cryptocurrency aficionado, to donate crypto to me. And we would be more than appreciative. So the Castle Rock threads, guys. Very interesting. People were theorizing that Castle Rock is somewhere in Colorado, is a code name for the Cheyenne Mountain Complex, but we do not know. Here is the Q thing, and believe it or not, a lot of these are like happening. Pretty wild. There's a really good documentary that has been put out. Watch this while you still can. I will post it on all 3 platforms. I'm going to watch it throughout the day here and there. Let's see if this will post on all 3. Hey, it says it did. And this is Ultimate Q Proofs Volume 1. It's a pretty well done documentary.
It was like 6 hours.
It's narrative.
I'm changing it from fake news though.
Pretty calm narrator. And he goes into all the different coincidences that a lot of the nons out there know of, but some of you have ignored or forgotten because it's become too cringe, or the schoolyard bullies are making fun of you. But I would look into this because there are no coincidences. They are releasing this information to the people to circumvent the mainstream media, the MTV, and the Hollywood control grid. Think about that. How, if here's my bellwether. If Chris Cuomo comes out, if Peter Colbert comes out, I think that's his name, Peter Colbert. If Stephen Colbert, I don't even know these whack jobs names because they hold no respect in my life. But if these people are telling you something that Donald Trump is a racist, I believe the opposite. If they're telling you that the QAnon movement is a bunch of terrorists, I believe the opposite. I always believe the opposite of the mainstream media. Now, the very nature of the way this information is put out there, it could be co-opted, it could be hijacked. But the core coincidences are shocking. Put it that way, absolutely shocking. The videos that are put out there are absolutely insane. The MK Ultra videos, gematria translation. Weird stuff, guys. Coded messages. And I fully can't even grasp it. I'm just putting it out there so you guys, I'm gonna link these threads so you guys can research it and see for yourself. Yeah, no, I also agree with Zombie over on DLive that you've ignored most of it, sets off alarms, but I would not dismiss it entirely, and I would not ignore it because something is happening. If you're using it as like the Q is going to save you and all that, I don't believe in that. I just believe in the information trickling out that it's a lot more coincidental than, there are no coincidences. So when you have this many things that are matching up, something is happening behind the scenes. So we don't know what Castle Rock is. This guy's saying Castle Rock, Guantanamo Bay. Castle Rock, Guantanamo Bay leads to this vessel which had a mission at Guantanamo when it was part of the Coast Guard. USS Castle Rock. Pretty close. USS Castle Rock. I wonder what the extra S is. Is it a Space Force thing? This guy's saying it's Guantanamo Bay. That's what Castle Rock is in reference of. This is a very interesting, so you have to look between the lines. You have to take a minute and meditate on certain aspects. Here's a great meme that somebody put together. Why did the Secret Service name Obama Renegade? Obama's personally selected Secret Service code name is Renegade, a noun. It's a person who deserts and betrays an organization, country, or set of principles. It's synonymous with traitor, defector, deserter, turncoat, rebel, mutineer. The Secret Service is probably the most patient government agency we have. Because they have to balance this power and faction war and all this stuff. Very, very wild. A horrible gamer on DLive says, I'm deleting my account here. Okay. Sounds like a lifestyle choice. Renegade. Why would the Secret Service name him that? So again, right now, if I ask you guys, what do you think is happening? What do you think is going on? A lot of you guys are going to give me great information. But the best information is information that comes from you and your gut instinct, your observations, not something you read on Twitter. Ready.gov updated they posted about power outages. Okay, Q keeps saying there's a big blackout coming. This is from January 13th, ready.gov. And also on the 7th, one of the major government agency websites for preparedness put out updated information on nuclear strikes. So all this right before a major transition of power. Look, here's a picture of Cheyenne Mountain Complex. People are calling it Castle Rock Fort Mountain. Double digit post right here. We're going over all the information. I'm not saying what Castle Rock is. Probably a bunker somewhere. It might be Guantanamo. Who knows? Here's a great concept that people brush over because they're watching too much Comedy Central. First president in 50 years to start no new wars. Made several historic peace deals. Grew the economy. Made unemployment rates at an all-time low before COVID. Remember, they had to do a fake World Health Organization. They're crippling the American economy. They're stifling American growth. This COVID thing is all to cripple America. No, no, no. Not about Germany. Not about Italy. Not about immigrants. Chinese immigrants in Italy. This is the sole purpose of COVID lockdowns, is to cripple America. Can any Americans explain to me why he's considered the worst president ever? This Anon is asking from Norway. It's because the media owns the mouthpiece, owns the loudspeaker. The media is telling the masses that Donald Trump is the worst president ever, and the masses that don't follow politics, they just follow social media and Facebook. They've decided based on things that they've read by their peers on the schoolyard that Trump is a bad guy. And this goes all the way up to people that are even anons and intellectual that listen to e-celebs and get all their information from one-trick pony e-celebs. Q is releasing Teardrop in 2 days. Hammer is falling, final countdown, full to class. So we're going to find out if this is true, if not. I'm just reporting on the information that's out there. All the fantastical information. Adrenochrome Geifergate General. Watch these two vids. Notice anything. Look at that. Look, adrenochrome quality. B-, B-, O, A++, B-, Very odd. A lot of grading to the adrenochrome. The Ancient Curse of the Shiksa Queens. I'll humor you for a second. Then this one now, we're just going to do a quick split second. We're not going to watch too much MK Ultra. See, these videos, guys, are some of the MK Ultra videos that are in question. This is the YouTuber in question that puts out these weird MK Ultra videos. I'm going to post the link to this thread on all 3 platforms. And I won't be playing it over the air and activating any Manchurian candidates. And watch it with your self-defense mechanisms on. Put it that way. That's why it's called Geifergate, because that's the name of the YouTube channel. Some of these videos have thousands of views, hundreds of thousands of views, right? Just for a weird video. Like, who's watching this behind the scenes? And through this website, they're finding the schizo numbers that are leading to actual archived documents and posts, and all related, all connected in the most weirdest of ways. Weirdest of ways. This Anon is saying the group behind the QAnon is called the Black Robed Regiment. I found out by accident. You can look into it on your own. Happenings will be attributed to them without a doubt in coming years. This isn't a LARP. Listen to some of the sermons associated with the name on YouTube. If glowies are seeing this, I have no ties to this group. I'm merely a diligent researcher with too much time on my hands. This is a problem nowadays. Too much time on your hands. Definitely got to find some better hobbies. I've never engaged with this topic before. People are saying that it's a sect of Freemasons, and I haven't looked into this at all. Black-robed regiment. Now, I already gave you my opinions on who Q is. I don't think Q is Cicada. It's definitely not Defengo. It's not Micro Penis or Micro Clip or whatever his name is on Gab. It's not all these people that are claiming to be Q. QAnon is a AI, artificially intelligent algorithmic process designed by the US government. I have said that I think it's Navy intelligence that runs it. It's definitely government run. It's not Defengo. Put it that way. Put it that way. So I'm always leery when I see people claiming to be Q or knowing who Q is, but we'll look into the black-robed regiment. More happenings. Tunnel children. SOCOM task force video happening. Confirm Con 1. I tried to warn you. Seems legit. Step up from the photos of Comet's freezer. The tunnel children. This is a long video. Oh, it's 6 minutes. Where's the sound? Shouldn't there be like a little sound thing here? See, this is how crazy BitChute is, huh? There's no sound. What is the sound? We're gonna have to watch this on our own accord. I will post the 4chan thread everywhere. So you have to understand the concepts of this. For people out there that require sauce, information, these concepts exist. Dutch torture chambers in shipping containers have been discovered. Underground cartel tunnels have been discovered. Human trafficking exists. We know their methods and methodology. They love dentist chairs. They love all this sick, disgusting stuff. So for those out there that want full-on proof, you got to keep digging, keep researching, until you get to a point where you know so much that you don't want to see the proof. You know it exists, but you don't want to see what happens down here. Put it that way. Horrible, horrible stuff. We'll come back to that one. So everyone just forgot about this, right? Ukraine International, the Ukrainian plane that was blown up, shot down. This is the world that we live in right now. I don't know if I pulled it up. I have not pulled it up, but scientists, I never report scientist news, realistically. I could give you news that happened to me in Tarkov last night in a fictional video game that is more realistic and has more substance and fact to it than any type of scientific report. But we could take scientific reports and gauge reality on the things that they are finding with their limited mind frame and instruments and viewpoints and theories. So scientists are saying that the Earth is rotating faster, and they are correlating that with, do you feel like time is moving faster, days are shorter, years are shorter? But this is really a twofold thing. This is why science is so flawed, because there is a spiritual and supernatural aspect to this too, which is the quickening. With technology and with certain movements of celestial bodies and movements in the heavens, with God moving, us coming closer to end times. Time that mankind has invented is moving faster. Information is moving faster. Stuff like this that you see on screen, these great planes that disappeared, they get memory hold We have a corrupt media system that is pushing us fake news and fake information and forgetting about stuff like this on top of the quickening. Crazy, right? Crazy. I want to take this time of the show real quick to thank my Patreons. You can join for as little as $1 a month to support this show, help keep the internet running, help get some new equipment, and help make this more of a normal show every day. Thank you to all my current Patreons, people that just randomly PayPal me, people that ask for prayer and hit us on Streamlabs, knocks the dust off of Streamlabs with the make sure that it's still working. That was incredible. I haven't heard the Streamlabs woman in a while. I want to thank you guys for watching this early. We're going to be doing more of these early shows when I have time to just go live. Here is an E-celeb giving his opinions and people flocking to it. America first. Actually, this place sucks. Wingnut total victory over Nick Fuentes and the quote Groyper army quote. America isn't a free country anymore. This place sucks. Now a lot of people could see like there it is, the E-celeb traitor. The E-celeb traitor is showing his true colors. Listen, I'm the first person to mock E-celebs, but can we differentiate between a man's personal opinions based off of a doomer mentality or black pill mentality? After January 13th, what he saw and what he's experiencing with his gay lover, Baked Alaska, and listen, we don't care on CHN. We don't care what your sexual orientation is. We accept you here. But Nick's boyfriend, Baked Alaska, did some bad things in Congress. So I think Nick is just giving his opinion. This place sucks right now, with big tech owning everything, with the sellout congressmen, sellout senators, dual citizenships everywhere. But listen, our investment isn't in America government. It's in the local American communities. It's in what you're building in your locale. It's with the friends you're making, the people you're making. I'm going to do a Bible study on this, but some people think that Christianity and Christendom is a sprint. It's an all-out sprint race, and they're wrong. Some people think that it's an endurance race, a marathon, and they're wrong. But this road that we walk on is a relay race, and we need each other. We need people around us to encourage us, to uplift us. We need to be able to hand off the baton to people. We need people to help share the weight of the baton. So it's a relay race. This truther movement is a relay race. It's not a sprint to get the most followers. It's not a marathon of endurance to see how long you can survive. It's a relay. We have to do this together. So, I don't see this as some type of planted, scripted, sabotage American event. I see this as a young man who, every young man at the age of 21, 23, I didn't grow up fully till I was like 24, 25. That's when you start paying bills constantly. You start realizing stuff. This is just a young man who's fed up with taking federal agent money and sabotaging the Congress. Go on, we can add some jokes too. Scott Adams is a gatekeeper. Here's another E-celeb thread. Is he a gatekeeper that is trying to give the right a few bones while leading them to the left? The way he said Ashley Babbitt deserved to perish was wrong in my opinion. Let me give you a news flash, people. This is why I don't show my beautifully handsome Italian and Greek American face. Because I don't want you to idolize or worship or follow. We need role models. It's good to have a role model, but your ultimate role model should be God and Jesus Christ, his son, and not people like this. Not people that you have to say stuff like, Well, is he a gatekeeper? Is he a human? Does he sin? Does he wipe his ass? Does he put his pants on with two legs at a time? Imagine if you could do that, put your pants on 2 legs at a time. I mean, you can, it's possible. You have to be very agile. Just jump in the air, whip the pants down, jump right into them. So, again, is he a gatekeeper? The possibility of him being a gatekeeper with his level of fame on social media, his level of reach is possible. Yes, absolutely. You can guarantee that it would be an illogical sentence to ask if Bellagio Sampler is a gatekeeper, because if so, the gate would be the size of a mouse hole in your pantry. The gate that I would be covering would be very tiny gate, because I don't have the reach of millions of people. And oh, the Dilbert cartoon guy, you know, I'm not saying he's bad, I'm just giving you the possibilities. We had to put in a mathematical percentage, whether it's Common Core or not. It'd be a greater percentage of him being a gatekeeper than small people out there like Memory Hold or even Titus Frost. There are people out there that call, and I'm not saying someone called him that, but we're just using an analogy, metaphor. For you to say that Titus Frost is a gatekeeper, it would be an amazing gate that he's keeping, a gate that's being shut down across the internet, silenced, censored, losing followers. Yeah, some gate you're keeping. You know, like, how do these shows come up with this stuff? But, again, I'm not saying that this guy, Scott Adams, is a gatekeeper. But the fact that his reach is so big, it adds to the possibility. Tim Pool is a great example of a gatekeeper, someone who's just, you know. But Tim Pool, at least, he wears the mantle proudly. Tim Pool's like, hey, you know, if I say this, I'm going to get banned and shut down, and I'll lose all my shekels. So at least he's up front with it, right? Eliza G was put on timeout by a moderator. Eliza G, I don't mind what you said, but it's borderline actionist comments. For Fed posting. You'll be back. Just take a little break, sip some coffee. We have to be careful though, because in this day and age, the media is kicking the dog until the dog bites, and then they put the dog down. So we can't do any Fed posting, you know? Even though traitors legally in the Constitution and American law can be hanged, and legally in the Constitution, that's their course of action. So it's borderline. I don't think you Fed posted personally, but my mods are protective right now. We're in war, information warfare. But don't take it personal. David Davison says he wears the beanie proudly. I love those memes of the with the beanie off. It's like the bald Tim Pool, the receding hairline Tim Pool. Let me show you some of the mental gymnastics and the tactics the shills are using now. And a lot of you anons out there are getting confused by it because it is highly sophisticated MK Ultra brainwash doublespeak. So they're saying that the whole meme here is that Trump wants to start war for Israel and go to war with Iran. This is the meme that the shills are putting out there. And they're saying Israel has 6 days left only to attack Iran before Biden cock blocks them. And I say this with a chuckle because I can't believe. So we only like the Trump, okay, let's put this into the grand scheme perspective. Trump, okay, the warmongering administration of Trump that started more wars than any president before him and bombed more nations and sent American troops to die more times. He only has 6 days left to start this war with Iran before Joe Biden, the savior of mankind, the most peaceful president that the world will ever see Joe Biden before Joe Biden stops them and stops the war. Oh my God. People, either these are just paid shills or they are ultimately brainwashed. But you have to understand that Joe Biden is part of the Obama, Bush, Clinton dynasty. And they are responsible for the death of more children than any other presidents in the history of America. Joe Biden will start more wars than you can count on your hands, toes, nose, ears, and every appendage. And the fact that the shills out, and then there's people out there that buy the scripts of the East celebs. They think Donald Trump is MIGA, the MIGA movement, right? They're like, yeah, yes, man. Oh, Trump is so bad. He's going to bomb Iran. I can't wait for Biden to get in there and save us. This is like the Richard Spencer people. You know, Richard Spencer voted for Joe Biden unironically. The same Richard Spencer with pictures of Laura Bush by the lake houses, the same lake houses that Nick Fuentes attends, and Brittany Venti, the same lake houses in Beartooth Lake, Wyoming, right? Is that it? Beartooth Lake? The Bush family compound in is it Wyoming? Somewhere out there. But you have to understand these East celebs are paid. Paid. And it's such a cliche now. Paid shills, oh, Bellagio. Not everyone could be a paid shill, Bellagio. You're right, some people are unknowingly. So I call them schoolyard popularity shills. They're not doing it for money, they're doing it for camaraderie and popularity. They go to Telegram, they're like, yeah, I told those blumptards. I told them. Ay. Let's read something different. Something different, guys. Live science. Magic mushrooms grow in a man's blood after injection with shroom tea. Can fungus grow in blood? Very crazy stuff. Random news. People, since the beginning of time, have polluted their bodies with everything you can imagine. And I'm not saying magic mushrooms, when eaten, are polluting, but they are poisonous. They do make, they put you in your body in a state. But injection, like, can't you just have something natural out of the earth as natural? The worst thing you do to it is make tea out of it and then drink it with orange juice or something. But you have to inject it? Like, this is where, like, people are just breaking apart. Society's breaking apart. I'm keeping that up to watch later. Let's we'll drag this over to other window. By Black Friday of 2021, I would like to own a third monitor. That's what I'm saving up for. You get a third monitor. I'm gonna put it up here on the wall above this one, so I can have like you guys on one monitor with chats always open, so I can read every chat always. I have my right monitor with the OBS stuff on it, and then the main monitor that you're looking at. That is our goal. What we're saving up for Black Friday or the next major sale, and that's what you guys you're supporting when you support this channel financially. Upgrading the production means of the show. Let's go back to the top here. Absolute happening. Gray men ID'd in Capitol. Capitol riot scoop. A law enforcement official confirms CBS News. The identification of individuals using military or small unit tactics is among the highest priorities for DC U.S. Attorney's Sedition Task Force. Video footage plus eyewitness accounts of the apparent use of these tactics trained to military law enforcement drew immediate scrutiny from investigators. So the people at the Capitol were military trained protesters, military trained, okay? These tactics are commonly used in hostile, unknown environments to clear rooms plus reach. Mission objectives, they can include hand signals or physical contact to unify the group plus communicate directions. These are trained behaviors. It's all a psyop, guys. Any huge event you're seeing on TV, like, oh, the insurrection and nothing happened, but the media still runs with it. It's all a psyop, a scripted event. I do check my Patreon messages. I did get that message on Patreon. I read it and I didn't respond. I'm horrible. I need to respond so to be polite and let you know that I got the message. I have been extremely busy in 2021. I've had some losses. Been a crazy year so far, put it that way. I've had some great news and some bad news. U.S. executes first woman since 1953. A Kansas woman was executed Wednesday for strangling an expectant mother in Missouri, cutting the baby from her womb, the first time in nearly 7 decades that the U.S. government has put a female inmate to death. I am a big fan of capital punishment when there is 100% proof. And you always hear about this like, well, DNA can be wrong and there's wrong. I get that. When the proof is not just on like a DNA reading, when there's like eyewitnesses, when people are like there, like when people are on the scene, there's a woman with, a dead mother there carved out, the crazy woman's holding a baby, in the air, like some freaking devil worship stuff. Then capital punishment is, I accept it. It's great. This woman wasn't on death row because of a DNA sample in her test, Lisa Montgomery, 52, was pronounced dead at 1:31 a.m. after receiving a lethal injection at the federal prison complex in Terre Haute, Indiana. She was the 11th prisoner executed at the facility since July, when President Donald Trump, an ardent supporter of capital punishment, resumed federal executions following 17 years without one. The opposition, the faction, the Bush-Clinton-Obama dynasty, they want to let the criminals go. They want to let the rapists go. They want to let every violent criminal out of jail. They're using COVID as an excuse. They didn't execute violent criminals for 17 years. As a curtain was raised in the execution chamber, Montgomery looked momentarily bewildered as she glanced at journalists peering at her from behind thick glass. A woman standing over her shoulder leaned over, gently removed Montgomery's face mask, and asked if she has any last words. No, Montgomery responded in a quiet, muffled voice. She said nothing else. Montgomery tapped her fingers nervously for several seconds. A heart-shaped tattoo on her thumb showed no signs of distress. Quickly closed her eyes as the lethal injection began. She kept licking her lips and gasped briefly as pentobarbital, a lethal drug, entered her body through IVs on both arms. A few minutes later, her midsection throbbed for a moment but quickly stopped. Montgomery lay on the gurney in a pale green execution chamber, her glasses on and her grayish-brown hair spilling over a green medical pillow. At 1:30 a.m., an official in black gloves with a stethoscope walked in the room, listened to her heart and chest, and walked out. She was soon pronounced dead a minute later. Demon possession is real. Evil is real. I'm sorry for the atheists out there that don't understand this. And if you look into this, there's like no signs of remorse. She never repented, never turned her life around, just sitting in a jail cell while you feed her, you, the American taxpayer. And Donald Trump, the worst president in American history, according to Comedy Central, MTV, VH1, MSNBC, all your favorite idols, all your gods that you worship. They say he's a bad president, but guess what? I am happy he executed this demon. Get rid of her. This is, okay, I wanted to show this article because of the cat, like, what was this? Is this part of the Q thing? Was this the 10th Mountain Division? Is this a protest, right? What's going on? This is double-edged sword, okay? Double-edged sword. Let's see if we could decipher it. Hey bro, ever dream of sleeping in the floor of the Capitol? Then wait no more. Join the army so you can defend corrupt politicians from angry American mobs. This doesn't look like defense, right? I don't know if this is a protest against Congress, or a protest for Congress? In my opinion, this is against Congress. If they were for Congress, wouldn't there be 20,000 troops stationed, standing in arm to arm with their guns, like saluting the congressman? No, no, no. This is the military sleeping in the halls of the Capitol. I think this is huge optics, and not in a negative way, against the evil people, against Congress. How do you guys interpret it? I don't know. And the last thread we're going to look at before we wrap the show up this morning. This Anon says you are all going to pay. Let's assume Q isn't a LARP. Let's assume Linwood isn't crazy. Let's assume Juan O'Savin knows what he's talking about. Let's assume that we really are seeing red, whatever, being fulfilled with Pence visiting the 10th Marine Mountain Dudes on the 17th. What we're going to see play out goes kinda like this. Let's see what this Anon is saying. And then I'll read all your comments and we're going to wrap up the show. This so-called plan has been a thing for a while. The military knows. They approached Trump to fill the role of blocker to keep people distracted while they enacted the plan. He's been doing this according to their plan while fulfilling his expert role of asshole. Rearrange power structure of DOD so that Spec Ops answers directly to POTUS. Everything has been put into place for a military coup. Let's pause there. We have such a broken system that everyone, even normies now, their answer is like just secession, civil war, break up the country. That's what the normie answer is. What if I told you that the military has projected this downfall of America, and their only way to fix it, in their eyes, I'm not saying this, would be a military takeover, a military restructuring of the nation, like redoing the whole nation. How do you do that? Well, we're seeing how it might be done right now when the media is controlled, China owns congressmen, Israel's involved. They're executing a coup as we speak, a coup. Nancy Pelosi tried to get Trump's nuclear codes and give them to China. Went missing for 3 days, suddenly back. Self-preservation, did she flip? Joint Chiefs made a legitimate statement to feign loyalty to Biden. Trump will be impeached and removed from office. Essentially, they're crafting a crown of thorns for him as they prepare to have him crucified for defying them. Biden will be inaugurated at SCOTUS. Shit will happen somehow. I guess military lockdown of DC continues for a while. Biden essentially cannot be CIC, Commander-in-Chief, until he's exonerated by a special counsel because he's compromised. So guys, did you know there's above the federal Supreme Court is another hidden court of America that issues FISA orders, FISA acts. It's the court that happens when the CIA wrongs the FBI or the NSA wrongs the CIA. Where do they go? Where is their appeal? Who is the principal of the watchers? Who's the watcher of the watchers? And this is real. What he's talking about here, that the military, with their intelligence, they know what's going on behind the scenes. And they know Biden is 100% compromised. So there's behind the scenes things that happen, trials, hearings, that we will never hear about. You will never hear about it on MTV. Your favorite show that you watch every day on MTV, what is it, huh? Tell me. Spill the beans. Let me guess. Teen Mom. Your favorite show is not going to tell you this information while you sit there and pretend Donald Trump's a racist. Well, the Real World Road Rules Challenge made fun of Trump, so it's got to be true. Everything they said is gotta be true. Essentially, they're crafting that means he cannot appoint a new DOD chief. His current pick needs a Senate waiver to be eligible. This Peter Gaynor as acting CIC since he supersedes even Kamala Harris. Biden administration will basically cave in on itself within 60 days. Military takeover of U.S. government. This man becomes your next commander-in-chief. And there's a lot of people out there that love this guy. They love General Flynn. Listen, I think he's a good guy. He's a patriot. He's a great American war hero, okay? But can we stop sucking the you-know-what of mere mortals? General Flynn will save us. This guy will save us. Listen, this guy, he'll make a great president. I'm not denying that. He'll make a way better president than Biden. But just calm down with the worshiping of humans. That's what got us into this mess to begin with. Worshipping Obama, worshipping Bush, worshipping Clinton, worshipping Stephen Colbert. Let's worship God. Let's worship Jesus. That's where our faith is. That's where we're worried about. And we're not even worried about it. Sheldon Adelson died 2 days ago. Massive. Now, he was 84, 94. Old people pass away. But I don't believe in coincidences. The timing of his passing is huge. We'll see. We'll see what comes of it. We will see what comes of it. Dusty Crates saw all this on Teen Mom last night. The entire plan is being trusted on the Teen Mom network. Now, am I going to tell you that what we just read is going to happen? No, we're just covering information that is way more interesting than demoralization threads, than slide threads. The magic mushroom thread I brought up for a topic, but way more interesting than that. And in 2020 has been such a crazy year so far. So much is happening, so many like coincidences. You can't say that nothing is happening. You can't say that nothing will happen on the 20th. It's all possible right now. It's all possible. Absolutely. Let's read what you guys are saying. Mrs. Kitloff on DLive is saying, YouTube wouldn't even let me open my keyboard to type in chat. FF in DC on the 20th. They want to enact Patriot Act 2.0. Another way to look at it. Dirtbag Dave says, embarrassing, the military couldn't even set up a camp. No, because if it was if they were really there to support the Congress and the Capitol, they would have set up a camp. They weren't sleeping in there because that's where camp is, that's where mess is, you know. That was some type of protest, some weird, the military said, you're gonna go in the Capitol, you're all gonna lay down. The congressman can't order you to do anything because the military is ordered by the military. Eliza G said, my veteran died for this country. It means nothing, nothing. Don't be, we thank your veteran for his support and service to the nation, but it will not be in vain, trust me. I think you're gonna see some amazing stuff soon. Okay. The supercomputer setup, Cora says, yeah. We're good. My computer will remain strong for another 3 years, I'm guessing. Then I'll have to upgrade a graphics card, I'm sure, or a CPU, but we are in the top 1 percentile. No, I'm kidding. I just have a 1080, and I'm blessed and thankful to have a 1080. But those 3080s, ooh, they look good. But we're gonna wait. We're gonna wait till a 5080 comes out. Those are graphics cards for people that don't know. I'm not talking in code. Ted Cruz 3 stream coming. Huh. I'm not familiar with that. Is Ted Cruz streaming? Gary Americano says, about the soldiers lying down in Congress, making the enemies of America quarter our soldiers. It's slapping the swamp in the face. Oh, Gary Americano with a great historical meme. The quartering of soldiers. Holy crap. Whoa, brother. You just activated a red pill in my mind. Yeah. Our soldiers were quartered in the US Capitol, where these rich elitists walk every day and joke every day. Very, very awesome. I like that reference. Very good reference. Do I have any music? We're just gonna end the show with some Morrowind music. But guys, I think we have. Let me just check 1 second. I have 3 minutes and 20 seconds left before I turn into a pumpkin. So we're going to be ending the show soon. I will be returning, doing a Titus Frost show in the next maybe week. I don't know when. He hasn't gone back to me. I will be coming back for a video game stream. We have to break up the algorithms a little bit. So if you enjoy Escape from Tarkov, we're going to be playing that. Subscribe to my backup channels. Yeah, David Davidson, the Ted Cruz Hitman streams. Those were awesome. Those were amazing. I missed that game. I think they had a couple updates. Maybe there's a couple new levels we haven't fully played yet. Might have to play that again. Tarkov has been, I've been hooked. I've been hooked on Tarkov. I'm playing as a prepper, Tarkov. Guys, we're gonna see some historic things the next couple days. Stay prepared, read the Bible. Oh man, Hitman 3 comes out next week. Holy crap. We're gonna need to have a based Rich Anon buy it for us. Send us the CD key. I don't even have time. I really don't even have time to play a new game. Yeah, Ted Cruz is funny. He's a wacky one. He had a redemption arc, right? His redemption arc was good. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, you have a great rest of your day. Stay informed. Stay open-minded. Don't let them demoralize you. Their demoralization is not working. It only works on some people, but don't worry if it worked on you. It's not, doesn't make you have COVID or anything. But you'll get back on top, learn to identify their type of behavior, their type of shill posts, their type of negativity. Everyone gets down, everyone gets negative, so don't lump everyone into the same category. But you can identify who is purposely negative to cause you to be negative, or someone that is just fed up or like done listening to all the Q crap, done listening to any type of plan or trusting in anything. They just want off the ride. They just want back to normal America. That's what I want to. I would love to get back to normal America, going out to a nice little restaurant. Even with this bull crap of like restaurants open again, it's so hard to like, these poor people have to work with masks on. We have to reopen the country, get back to reality, and I hope the military can do it, put it that way. Because Biden is going to start more wars, make you wear more masks, and make you get vaccinated. And it's going to be sad. And that is the end of the show. Thank you very much for watching. Enjoy the peaceful Skyrim music on the way out. We got this. With God, we can do anything. Have a great rest of your day.